Hello and welcome to today's analysis of Bitcoin price movement. So we're looking here today at this little consolidation over here. So we see this kind of downward triangle forming after this big jump that we had last couple days. And then the question becomes, is it going to dip down and retrace, probably touching the red line before continuing up? Will it retrace more strongly and go back down, or will it continue to keep this level and go up? So to answer this question, I think it's good to look over here. Now previously I said that this bar forming wasn't engulfing, although this bar does kind of engulf this one. It does not take out this one, okay? Because when you put them together, now this is the 3-hour chart. This climb happened pretty strongly. When you put them together, it doesn't quite do it, but it still ate up that bar here. Okay. Then we have this kind of triangle forming, but it seems to have formed some structure at around 238 and 242. And then if we use the Fibonacci retracements from this point, cut out at that peak, the fit seems to be, it's not too bad. Right, we got the 618-234 level right here, the 236 level also, and then the 238 as well as the 243, which are all fits okay. It's not the greatest fit, it's alright. And then if we take a look closer, we look at the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart. So we see this kind of head and shoulders formation, right? So there's a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, but it didn't break. It did not break, and then rather just bounced off and kept bouncing, right? Going up and down, up and down. We can also come down this way, right? So we got a little bit of this action. And then the question becomes, is it going to break downwards and keep going? Okay. Now, I think it might go a little bit more, but I'm hesitant to say no. In fact, what might happen is it might just kind of consolidate around this 240 point before launching upwards again. I think that's kind of the move we're looking for. For this formation to form around this kind of 240 and then launch upwards. If it dips down into 238, I think it's possible, but if it breaks 238, then maybe we don't want to touch it. Okay, if it breaks 238, then that's your signal. Looks like a downtrend, especially if it doesn't make these new highs. Right, we don't have these new highs forming. We want to look for it to break 242. But we are looking at consolidation right now. Looks like it's around 240. It'll probably bounce up again, hit 240. Yeah, I don't think it'll break 241 just yet. So maybe later this evening, in about 8 hours, it'll start to break upwards. Okay, so that's the point to focus on. If it breaks that in about, I would say maybe 4 hours, it'll either break downwards, going past 238, or shoot upwards, breaking the, attempting to test the 243 level again. Okay, so let's look out for that, right? So once it starts to break 241, then that kind of tells you, hey, you know, it's probably going to go higher rather than breaking. If it, on the other hand, if it breaks towards 239, I think 239 is okay, 238, but if it breaks this 238, then that's the point at which maybe we want to get out and see how far it goes. It's possible, this rise is really strong, so it's possible, very likely, that it'll come back to the 236 before going up. It would follow the Fibonacci principles as it hits a peak, retrace the 50% before storming back up again. Okay, but honestly, this 50%, it could happen, right? We have support here at 236, but again, we don't know. Right, we got to wait for confirmation, see if it breaks this 238, and then we'll see. Although you might just want to get in at 240. Okay, might be a good time to just go long, put it in a small position before going up, stop out at 238 here, and then just play that hand. Okay, looks like we're going strong. Yeah, this is kind of not so much a bear triangle. It's like a pennant flag because you don't have this kind of level. If it were like this, that might be more of a bear triangle. Okay, kind of bouncing, pow. But no, we got this kind of upward, lower, higher lows, lower highs consolidation. Tells me about a flag around 240, and then look for it to go back up.